Hi. So in my last video, I said something along the lines of, I should probably get rid of my emotional support laundry hamper full of random empties. I feel like I can finally part with this. I can close this chapter of my life because apparently this is all I had going for me recently is just me and my garbage. I will miss her. It turns out that was a lie. One of the things that I was thinking about a lot when I was going over my flops is the fact that even though I didn't like a lot of these products, I still found other ways to use them up to the best of my ability. And I think that's one thing that is very challenging about Project Pan. Okay, so you have a product that you want to use up and you just don't really like it and it doesn't work for you. It's hard to find a way to use something up in its entirety when you just hate the product. So I just wanted to make a video today going over some of the ways that I personally use products that I don't like very much and just little hacks that I found along the way to get through some things that were not my favorite or just didn't work for me. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is cleansers. This has been discontinued from Sephora. It's been replaced with another cleansing balm. Didn't like the texture. It was too thick for me, and I feel like it also didn't really do a good job of taking off my makeup. Instead of using it as a traditional cleansing balm that you typically would use on your face, I ended up saving this for the summer because I do spend a lot of time outside and I am very pale. So I really try and use sunscreen. You get to the end of the day and you just kind of feel like a little gross because you put on like 5 layers of sunscreen. I actually started really like to use it as a first cleanse. So how you would double cleanse your face with an oil cleanser. That is what I am now doing on my body those days where I have a lot of sunscreen on. The next thing talking about body care is moisturizer. So this is another one for my empties. This is the Sun Bum Soaring Night Cream. This was not my favorite on my face, but it is a very thick cream. So I ended up actually using this for self-tanning. Instead of using like one of my other lotions where I do like the scent and the formula, just to have that get covered up by fake tan and then immediately get washed off, I just started using this on my hands, my feet, elbows, knees, anywhere that you would normally put a lotion when you are going to self-tan. And you can also do this with like serums, face masks, toners, treatments. I would say just use it on your body, especially if your skin on your face breaks out. Granted, it's not an allergic reaction. It's just like a regular, oh, my skin and my acne did not like this. If you're having an allergic reaction, please get rid of it. But if it's just a sensitivity thing, then I would use it on your body. Also on that note, one thing that does tend to break me out is any type of snail mucin. My face does not like this, and I heard it's a thing where if snail mucin breaks you out, you might also be allergic to dust mites. I don't know if I'm allergic to dust mites. I kind of thought everyone just sneezed when you go into like a dusty attic or something. And I have some fake tan on here. I heard that this is also really good for moisture, and you can also use it on like burns. Would preface this again, I would not use this on an open wound. And on that note, some of these products I don't hate. Like this one I do like. This is kind of just like a basic chapstick from Sun Bum, but I do like this. This is clear though, so if you take some on the back of your hand and warm it up, it works really well for kind of taming any flyaways that you have. And oddly enough, it is something that I use quite often. All right, so it is a different day. I did wear black so you wouldn't get as much whiplash, but basically in the middle of filming, in all honesty, I got kind of like a weird text, and it wasn't like bad, but it was just like one of those like social things. So you're just like, I don't really know what to do about this situation. And then everything got off a little bit. Instead of just giving you like a half-ass video, I just kind of wanted to refilm the last part. So that is why you see me in a little bit of a different look, little different nails, different outfit, jewelry, everything. I will be posting a tutorial on this look either before or after. I think that one's gonna go up after, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. Oh, also, I was getting over a cold that I'm pretty sure was bronchitis, and I also lost my voice halfway through, and it just sounded crazy. Otherwise, I'm just gonna not even get into it. I'm gonna re-get into it. Shampoo and conditioner. These were a couple that I did use up on my hair, but I did not completely love. It's like an air traffic controller. That's my backup career. If you have a shampoo that you really do not like, you can use this to wash your makeup brushes. So if you ever are in a pinch and you gotta wash a brush like right now, like if you're at a hotel and you drop your brush on the floor and no one wants to put dirty hotel floor on their face, you can use a little bit of shampoo and wash it off, and it's gentle enough to clean your brushes without destroying them. As far as the conditioner, you can actually use conditioner to shave your legs. I'm really bad at shaving my legs. And for a while I was using conditioner because I felt like it just helped the razor glide a little bit better. So if you ever get like a wool or like a wool blend sweater and it's very itchy, you can actually put it in the sink, soak it in conditioner, and not like all conditioner, like conditioner and water, but it'll help soften those fibers and make it a little bit less itchy. Hair oil, these are both ones that are okay. Like the Maui Moisture I like, but it's in a spray bottle, which I thought I was gonna like because I thought it was gonna not make my hands all oily, but it just like, it's hard to control. And then this is one that was just a little too thick for my hair. So I would just use this as like a pre-shower treatment, just like drench your hair in it, let it sit for however long, and then just get in the shower, wash it off, use like a detox shampoo if it's really, really in there. And yeah, you just kind of use it for that, and it uses a lot at once, so you do actually get through it. As far as a self-tanner, this is one of those self-tan gels. I think that this is common with these types of products, but for me, this was just very sticky and I did not like the texture. So I would just take a little bit of this and mix it with a different lotion that I had and then blend it together. And then it kind of makes like a gradual tanning lotion. You still get the tanning effects of it, not as intense. It won't give you as much of a glow as just using the product as intended, but it does work really well like in between tans, or if you do want more of a natural tan, then that is definitely something to try. Next we have foundation, because I'm pretty sure that everyone has a foundation that is a little too dark for them or too light at different points of the year, or you just don't like the formula. I have like a few things that you can do for that. One of the things that I run into a lot, I have cool undertones, and a lot of foundations, even if they say they're cool, do tend to pull a little bit yellow on me. So I just went out and bought a blue color corrector. And I know LA Colors actually has a lot, but you just literally mix a little bit in with a foundation. You don't need a lot. This actually might be a little too much for the amount that I'm using, but you can see compared to before, and I'll just do like a quick comparison one. Here it is without, here it is with. You can definitely see, and this will darken a little bit as it dries down. This is just a lot less. You can definitely see a noticeable color difference in that it is starting to look a little bit gray. Again, I did use a little too much. Another thing, make it into a tinted moisturizer. I'm just gonna put a pump on the back of my hand. And then I just have, this is actually a primer, but it's like a sunscreen primer, which is also going to expire soon. So trying to use that one as well. Again, you can just take your finger and mix it. The thing that's nice about like a tinted moisturizer, it's going to be a lot more forgiving because more sheer formulas tend to be a lot more flexible. So if you are kind of in between shades or something just doesn't quite look right, again, you can just make like a tinted moisturizer out of it, and it's going to give you a little bit more of that flexibility. It's going to thin out the product, so it's really going to give you a lot. I literally lost my makeup wipes, so I have to use a tissue to get it off. It's not doing the best job. But speaking of different colors, so eyeshadow palettes, and this is a palette that I do like a lot. Just a lot of these colors are not everyday colors for me. These are more just like fun makeup colors. I see a lot of people actually using these, or actually I see a lot of them using certain canceled YouTubers and collabs to make watercolor eyeshadow. So instead of just like throwing out palettes and wasting them, or even having something that has that branding, apparently you can just make watercolors with these. I think some of these would make really, really cool metallics. For glittery palette, literally just body glitter. That's really, that's the hack, is just put it on your body. You know, sometimes too, you're in a situation, you have a concert, you have a costume party, you have a fun night out. Sometimes you just need body glitter. For sunscreen, I have a traumatic story with this, and this one, if you can hear, I have quite a bit left in here, and this is close to expire. These will just turn into body sunscreens because A, you're gonna use a lot more, and B, I don't want this near my eyes. I don't want this anywhere near my eyeballs. no more. As always, the best way to use a product that you don't love is to give it to a family member or a friend, unless it's something that you put in or around your eyeballs, and also a lot of situations in and around your mouth. Just please don't spread bacteria. Just make sure anything you're giving to them is like clean. If you're gonna use something in like a tube like once and you squeeze it out and you're like, oh, I don't like this, then you can pass that off. If you shove eyeliner into your tight line, please don't give that to other people. This is my PSA. Do not share eye products. You will get pink eye. Please do not do that. That does it for today's video. Sorry that took a little bit of a weird turn. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned something, because I think it's always better to find an alternative for something that you don't like rather than have a product go to a landfill and just never use it up, because even though we live in a society where it's mostly like the conglomerates and like big companies that are polluting the ocean, and I guess like recycling in 1 or 2 bottles doesn't help. It does make you feel better if you are trying to pan something, because that is the whole point of Project Pan, is actually use things up. So if you're not able to use things up, you can't really pan it, then it expires or goes to waste, and we just want to prevent that from happening as much as possible. And again, if something is a little bit funky or old or expired, it's okay to part with it. It is okay to just throw it in the garbage. Hit that subscribe button.